Hello, everyone. Welcome to Daily English Practice. I'm Lily.
And I'm Sam. Hey, Lily, what did you do today?
That's actually a perfect question, because today we're teaching one of the most practical English skills, how to talk about your daily routine.
Oh, that's great. People ask, what's your daily routine? Or what do you do every day? All the time.
And it's not just small talk. Being able to describe your day is essential for job interviews, casual conversations, and making friends.
Exactly. Whether you're explaining your morning routine or describing what you do at work, you need the right vocabulary and expressions.
We'll cover morning routines, daytime activities, evening routines, and how to talk about your habits and schedule.
Plus, we'll practice real conversations about daily life using natural, everyday English.
So, if you want to sound natural and fluent when talking about your day, stick with us.
Don't forget to subscribe to Daily English Practice.
And hit that like button if you talk about your routine every day. All right, let's dive in. What time do you wake up? Perfect starting point. Let's begin with morning routines.
Section 1. Morning Routines. Mornings are where the day starts. Let's learn how to describe them in English.
The first thing is waking up. You can say, I wake up at 7 a.m. or I get up at 7 a.m.
Wake up and get up mean the same thing, to stop sleeping and leave your bed.
After waking up, many people have morning habits. I check my phone or I check my emails first thing.
Some people shower first thing. I take a shower or I have a shower. Both are correct. Take is American, have is British.
Then breakfast. I eat breakfast or I have breakfast. You can be specific. I eat cereal and fruit or I have toast and coffee.
Some people don't have breakfast. You can say, I skip breakfast or I don't eat breakfast.
After eating, people get dressed. I get dressed or I put on my clothes.
Then there's grooming. I brush my teeth, I wash my face, I comb my hair, I put on makeup.
Some people exercise in the morning. I go for a run, I do yoga, I go to the gym.
Some people meditate or have coffee. I meditate for 10 minutes, or I drink coffee and read the news.
Let's practice describing a complete morning. I'll go first.
Please do.
I usually wake up at 6:30 a.m. First, I check my phone and drink some water. Then, I take a shower and get dressed. After that, I have breakfast, usually toast with jam and a cup of coffee. While I eat, I check my emails and plan my day. Before leaving, I brush my teeth and put on makeup. The whole routine takes about an hour.
That was so detailed and natural. Now my turn. I wake up around 7 a.m. and immediately go for a run. It helps me wake up and energize for the day. When I get back, I shower and have breakfast. I usually make a smoothie with fruits and yogurt. I get dressed for work and leave my house by 8:30 a.m.
See how we used specific times, activities, and reasons? That makes it interesting.
And we use connectors like first, then, after that, and while to show the order.
Section 2. Commute to work or school. Sam, once you've finished your morning routine, you need to get to work or school. Let's talk about that. First, how do you get there? I drive to work, I take the bus, I take the train, I ride my bike, I walk.
If you drive, you might say, I drive for 30 minutes, or my commute is about 20 minutes.
Some people carpool. I carpool with my coworkers, or my friend picks me up.
During the commute, people do different things. I listen to music. I listen to podcasts. I read a book. I check my emails.
On public transportation, you might say, I take the bus and read the news on my phone, or I listen to audiobooks during my train ride.
Some people have a long commute and use that time productively. I use my commute time to practice English, or I learn Spanish on the way to work.
Others just relax. I like to relax and listen to music, or I catch up on sleep during my commute.
Let's practice. Lily, tell me about your commute.
I usually drive to work. My commute is about 25 minutes. I listen to podcasts or music during the drive. Sometimes I'm in a rush and the traffic is bad, which makes my commute longer, but usually I arrive at work around 9 a.m. and use the first 15 minutes to have another coffee and review my schedule.
That's very practical. For me, I take the train to work, which takes about 40 minutes. I use that time to read or check my emails. During rush hour, it can get crowded, but I don't mind because I can get work done. It's actually productive time for me.
Both of you gave reasons for what you do during your commute. That's important. Section 3. Work or school day. Sam, now let's talk about what happens during your workday or school day. First, you might talk about when you arrive. I get to work at 9 a.m. or I arrive at school at 8:30 a.m.
Then you settle in. I check my emails. I check my to-do list. I have a meeting with my boss.
During the day, you have main tasks. I work on a project. I attend meetings. I have classes. I teach students.
You might take breaks. I take a lunch break at noon. I grab coffee around 10 a.m. I eat lunch at my desk.
What you do during lunch varies. I go out for lunch. I eat a sandwich at my desk. I take a walk to relax.
During the afternoon, people often describe challenges or achievements. I finished a big project. I had a difficult meeting. I got great feedback from my manager.
Or the afternoon might be slow. I had a quiet afternoon. I just answered emails. The afternoon was productive.
You should also mention work-life balance. I leave work at 5 p.m. I try not to work too late. I check emails after work if something is urgent.
Let me describe my workday. I start work at 9 a.m. by checking emails and planning my projects for the day. I have design meetings with clients in the morning. Around noon, I take a lunch break and eat at my desk while checking social media. The afternoon is usually focused time. I work on design projects without many interruptions. I have another meeting at 3 p.m. to discuss progress. I usually finish work at 5 or 6 p.m. and sometimes work from home in the evening if there's a deadline.
That shows a real workday with variety and realistic details. Now me, I start teaching at 9 a.m. with my first class. We work on grammar exercises and conversation practice. Around 11 a.m., I have a short break and grab coffee. I teach another class from 11:30 to 12:30. I have lunch and grade some homework. In the afternoon, I prepare lesson plans for tomorrow and have office hours where students can ask questions. I finish around 4 p.m. Some days I stay late for staff meetings or to prepare materials.
Both of you mentioned the full day with variety and realistic details. Section 4. Evening routine. Sam, when you finish work or school, your evening routine begins. First, how do you unwind? I relax, I decompress, I chill out, I wind down.
What activities help you relax? I watch TV. I read a book. I listen to music. I spend time with family.
Some people exercise in the evening. I go to the gym, I do yoga, I take a walk, I go for a run.
Or cook dinner. I prepare dinner. I cook for my family. I order takeout. Or I heat up leftovers.
During dinner, you might be with others or alone. I eat with my family and we talk about our day. I eat dinner while watching my favorite show. Or I eat at a restaurant.
After dinner, different things happen. Some people have hobbies. I paint. I play guitar. I do crafts. I work on a personal project.
Others have screen time. I watch Netflix, I scroll on social media, I play video games, I work on my laptop.
Some spend time with loved ones. I have dinner with my partner. I play games with my family. I call my parents. I meet friends for drinks.
Eventually, you get ready for bed. I take a shower, I brush my teeth, I put on pajamas, I set my alarm.
Before sleep, a nighttime routine. I read for 30 minutes, I meditate, I use my phone, or I just fall asleep immediately.
Let me describe my evening. After work, I usually go to the gym for about an hour. Then I come home and shower. I prepare dinner, sometimes I cook, sometimes I order food. I eat while watching my favorite show or reading. Around 8 p.m., I spend time on personal projects like painting or learning something new. Before bed, I do a skincare routine and read for about 30 minutes. I try to be in bed by 11 p.m.
That's well balanced. Exercise, food, relaxation, and self-care. Mine is, I usually head home around 4 p.m. If I'm not too tired, I go to the gym or for a run. Then a shower and prepare dinner. I'm not a great cook, so I often keep it simple. Maybe pasta or a stir fry. I eat while reading or checking the news. In the evening, I play guitar for fun or work on grading papers. Sometimes I video call my family in another time zone. Before bed, I set my alarm and scroll through my phone for a bit. I usually sleep around 11 p.m.
Both routines show a healthy balance of work, self-care, and relaxation. Section 5. Talking about habits and frequency.
When describing your daily routine, you need to express how often you do things.
Let's look at frequency adverbs. Always means 100% of the time.
I always wake up at 7 a.m. Or I always eat breakfast.
Usually means most of the time. I usually go to bed before midnight.
Often means many times, but not most. I often go to the gym, maybe 3 or 4 times a week.
Sometimes means occasional. I sometimes work late, or I sometimes skip breakfast.
Rarely means not very often. I rarely eat dessert, maybe once a month.
Never means 0% of the time. I never wake up before 6 a.m., or I never drink coffee.
You can also use percentages. I work out about 80% of the time, or I eat healthy about 60% of the time.
Or specific numbers. I exercise 3 times a week. I watch TV for 2 hours a day. I drink 2 cups of coffee every morning.
You can also talk about routines that change. On weekdays, I wake up early. On weekends, I sleep in. Or Monday through Friday, I commute. On weekends, I work from home.
Let's practice. I'll describe a routine with different frequencies.
Go ahead.
I usually wake up around 6:30 a.m. on weekdays, but on weekends I sleep in until 8 or 9. I always have coffee first thing. I sometimes eat breakfast, depending on how much time I have. I exercise about 4 times a week, usually in the evening. I rarely eat junk food, but on weekends I occasionally treat myself to something sweet. I'm always in bed by 11 p.m. on work nights, but weekends are more flexible.
Perfect! You showed the variety in your routine with different frequencies. Now me. I usually go to bed around 11 p.m. during the week. On weekends, I'm a bit more flexible. I always drink water first thing in the morning, never coffee. I work 5 days a week and rarely work on weekends. I often spend time with friends on Friday nights. I sometimes meal prep on Sundays for the week ahead. I never skip exercise. It's important to me.
See how these adverbs make your routine more realistic and interesting?
Section 6, Weekly Routine.
Your routine isn't just daily. You also have a weekly pattern.
Let's talk about how to describe a weekly routine. On Monday, on Tuesday,
Or you can group days. During the week, and on weekends,
For example, Monday through Friday, I work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Saturdays, I usually go shopping or run errands. On Sundays, I relax and prepare for the week ahead.
You can also describe work or school weeks specifically. This week, I have important meetings every day. Next week is lighter. I only have a few meetings.
Different activities might happen on different days. On Mondays, I have yoga class. On Wednesdays, I meet friends. On Fridays, we have team meetings.
Or seasonal patterns. In summer, my routine changes because I have different hours. In winter, my routine is structured. During break, it's much more relaxed.
Let's practice describing a weekly routine. I'll go first.
Ready. My weekly routine is pretty consistent. Monday through Friday, I work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday and Wednesday mornings, I go to the gym before work. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons, I have client meetings. Wednesday evening, I have dinner with my best friend. Friday evening, I usually relax or go out to a restaurant. Saturday, I do grocery shopping and household chores. Sunday is my self-care day. I cook a nice meal, do yoga, and prepare for the week ahead.
That's very organized. My routine varies by semester. When classes are in session, I teach every weekday. Monday and Wednesday have my biggest classes. Tuesday is admin work and office hours. Thursday is a lighter teaching day. Friday, I prepare materials for next week. On weekends, I grade papers and prepare lessons, usually Saturday morning and sometimes Sunday. During breaks between semesters, my routine is completely different. I travel or work on personal projects.
Notice how we acknowledge that routines aren't always the same?
Sometimes your routine changes based on seasons, holidays, or special situations.
Let's talk about how to describe these changes. During winter, my routine, or in summer, everything changes.
You might have a summer routine that's different from winter. In summer, I wake up earlier because it gets light earlier. In winter, I wake up in the dark.
Holidays create different routines. During the holiday season, I'm busier. I have holiday shopping, decorating, and parties. On holidays, my routine is completely different. I sleep in and relax.
Some people have seasonal exercise routines. In summer, I run outside. In winter, I go to the gym. In spring is when I start running again outdoors.
Work or school can have busy and quiet seasons. During tax season, I work much longer hours. Before exams, my routine is all about studying.
You can also talk about temporary changes. This month is busy because of a big project. Next week is lighter because we have a day off. This semester is harder than last semester.
Let me describe my seasonal routine. My routine changes a lot with the seasons. In summer, I wake up early and go for runs before work. I spend more time outdoors and my evenings are longer. In winter, I'm less motivated to exercise outside, so I go to the gym instead. I stay indoors more. I also spend more time on creative projects. During the holiday season, my routine is completely disrupted. I'm busy with holiday preparations and social events. Spring is when I feel most energized and my routine becomes more active again.
That's realistic. For me, teaching has seasons. During the academic year when school is in session, my routine is strict. Lots of teaching and grading. During summer break, I have a completely different routine. I sleep later, travel, and work on personal projects. Around exam time, my routine intensifies. I'm preparing students, writing exams, and grading extensively. Winter break is more relaxed. I use that time to recharge before spring semester starts.
Notice how we acknowledged that routines aren't always the same?
Sometimes your routine is disrupted or challenging.
You should be able to talk about that too. My routine gets disrupted when, or sometimes my routine changes because.
For example, my routine gets disrupted when there's an urgent work problem. My morning routine is chaotic on days I oversleep.
You can also talk about stress in your routine. I feel stressed when I have too much to do, or my day feels overwhelming when I have back-to-back meetings.
Or difficulties. I struggle with mornings. I'm not a morning person. The hardest part of my routine is maintaining consistency.
But you can also talk about solutions or coping strategies. To manage my busy schedule, I use a planner, or I make my routine easier by meal prepping on Sundays.
Or acceptance. I've learned to be flexible when unexpected things happen. I try to have a routine, but I don't stress if it changes.
Let me describe my routine challenges. My biggest challenge is consistency. Sometimes I skip the gym or my morning routine if I'm tired or have an early meeting. When I'm stressed about work, my evening routine falls apart. I stay up too late working. During busy seasons, I struggle to balance work and personal time. To manage this, I use my calendar to block off time for exercise and self-care. I'm learning to be more flexible about my routine while still having structure.
That's honest and realistic. My main challenge is the lack of routine during breaks and summers. After being structured during the semester, suddenly having no schedule makes me lazy. I also struggle when I have to grade a lot of papers. It throws off my evening routine. Sometimes unexpected meetings disrupt my planned day. To handle this, I try to maintain some routine even during breaks. I also use project management tools to stay organized when things get chaotic.
Acknowledging challenges makes you sound genuine.
Let's do a complete conversation where we ask each other about our daily routines.
Perfect. I'll ask you first. So, Sam, I'd love to know about your typical day. What time do you wake up?
I usually wake up around 7 a.m. on weekdays. I'm not a morning person, so I need time to get ready. I have coffee and check my emails, then I shower and get dressed. I leave home around 8:30 to get to work by 9.
That sounds organized. What does your workday look like?
I teach classes from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. with a lunch break around noon. I grade papers and prepare lessons in the afternoon. Twice a week, I have meetings after work. I usually leave around 4 or 5 p.m.
And what about your evenings?
My evenings depend on the day. Some days I go to the gym, other days I'm too tired. I usually cook dinner or order food. I spend time with friends a couple of times a week. I try to be in bed by 11 p.m.
That's a good balance. How do you find your routine overall?
Honestly, it's pretty good. The hardest part is grading. It takes a lot of time. But I enjoy teaching, so it's worth it. Now, let me ask you, what's your morning routine like?
I'm an early riser. I wake up around 6 a.m. without an alarm. I meditate for 10 minutes, then have breakfast while checking the news. I shower and get ready for work. I usually leave by 8:30.
You're very consistent. What's your work like?
I work in design, which is very creative but can be demanding. I have client meetings, design work, and collaboration with my team. It's varied every day, which I enjoy. I usually finish by 5 p.m., but sometimes I work late if there's a deadline.
Sounds interesting. How do you spend your evenings?
I go to the gym regularly, about 4 times a week. I have dinner, usually something simple. I work on personal projects or read. I'm usually in bed by 11 p.m. On weekends, I'm more flexible with my schedule.
That sounds like a well-balanced routine. Do you ever feel stressed about keeping it up?
Sometimes, when I'm busy at work or when unexpected things happen, my routine falls apart. But I've learned to be flexible while still maintaining structure. I think having a routine is important, but not being too rigid about it.
I completely agree. Routines help us stay organized, but they shouldn't stress us out.
Exactly.
Wow, Lily, we covered so much about daily routines today.
We really did. From morning routines to evening routines, weekly patterns to handling challenges.
The key is to be specific about times, activities, and reasons. Don't just list what you do, explain how and why you do it.
And remember to use the right frequency adverbs and connectors. That makes your description flow naturally.
You should also show that you're flexible and realistic. Routines aren't perfect, they change and adapt.
Here's your challenge. Describe your complete daily routine in English this week.
Start with your morning, talk about your day, and finish with your evening.
Then come back and tell us in the comments about your routine.
What does your typical day look like? What's the hardest part? What's the best part?
If this lesson helped you describe your routine better, please give us a thumbs up.
Subscribe to Daily English Practice for more practical English lessons.
Share this with anyone who wants to talk about their daily life in English.
Thank you so much for learning with us today.
Remember, your daily routine is part of who you are. Learning to describe it in English helps people know you better.
Keep practicing and you'll be amazed at how naturally you can describe your life.
We'll see you in the next lesson.
Until then, enjoy your routine and keep speaking English.
Goodbye, everyone.
See you soon. Bye.